Quiz 31. Name the HgI2 compound. HgI2. Okay, we have to get to 0. I is iodide. It has a -1 charge. -1 times 2 is -2. We have to get to 0. Plus 2 gets us there. Hg, we only have one of them, so something times 1 is a +2, and that gives us a +2. Mercury 2 iodide. Okay. Name the Hg2SO3. Hg2SO3. Set it equal to 0. SO3 is sulfite. It's a -2 charge. I have one of those. So a -2 times 1 gives us a -2. We have to get to 0. We need a +2. Some number times 2 gives us this +2. That gives us +1. Mercury 1 sulfite. Mercury 1 sulfite. Name the NH42CrO4 compound. Well, NH4 is ammonium and CrO4 is chromate. Ammonium chromate. Ammonium chromate. Ammonium, NH4, that's a +1 charge. We have 2 of them, NH4. 2 of those. So if you forgot what the charge of chromate was, you know it has to be a -2 because we have to get to 0. All right? So name the NH4ClO4 compound. NH4, ammonium, that's a +1 charge. ClO4 is perchlorate, -1 charge. +1 minus 1 equals 0. Let's see, ammonium perchlorate. Name the HgSO3 compound. So we have HgSO3. SO3 again is sulfite. It's a -2 charge. -2 times 1 is -2. A +2 makes that statement true. We have one of these mercuries, so this must be a +2 charge. Mercury 2 sulfite. Mercury 2 sulfite. Now we have to write the formula for mercury 2 bromide. Mercury 2 is Hg with a +2. That's mercury 2. Bromide, Br, is a -1 charge. And we have to get to 0, so I'm going to need another one of these bromides. +2 minus 1 equals 0. So we're going to get HgBr2. We could have also have gotten that answer by saying mercury 2, Hg with a +2, bromide, Br with a -1. Do the crisscross, we get Hg, and we have to bring that 1 down, and then we have a Br, and we bring the 2 down on over. There you go, HgBr2. Write the chemical formula for mercury 1 oxide. Mercury 1 is Hg2. Mercury 1 has a +2 charge. Oxide. Oxide's got a -2 charge. Well, +2 minus 2 equals 0, so I need one of these units and one oxide unit. So we're going to get Hg2O. Hg2O. Mercury 1 oxide. Now let's do that again, but let's do that the crisscross method. And so we have Hg2, and it's got a +2 charge. Oxide, -2 charge. We're going to do this. That gives us Hg2. Remember, these are bonded together. It acts as a complete unit. And we have to bring down that 2. And then we write down our oxide, and then we bring down the 2 from the mercury. Bring that on over. These 2's here reduce. And they reduce because there are 2 of these units. So we will get Hg2O. So when we reduce, these both become 1's. Now, because this is a 1, we do not include the parentheses here. So it's Hg2O. This is our final answer, just like we got here. Write the chemical formula for mercury 1 acetate. Mercury 1 is Hg2 with a +2 charge, and acetate is C2H3O2, and it has a -1 charge. So now we'll do that crisscross, and we're going to get Hg, and we bring the 1 down here, Hg2, and we'll bring the 1 there. Good. Now we have to bring that 2 on over, so we're going to get C2H3O2. And we have to bring that 2 down. Now there's only one of these units in parentheses, so we can ignore the parentheses, and we're going to get Hg2 parentheses C2H3O2, and we have subscript 2. And that's our answer. Don't be misled in thinking that you have to reduce here, because this right here, this part right here, that's mercury 1. It's a polyatomic ion. It's a complete unit. We cannot break it down. We can't separate it. So this is mercury 1 acetate, Hg2, parentheses, C2H3O2, close your parentheses, subscript 2, mercury 1 acetate. Ammonium peroxide. Well, ammonium is NH4. It's got a +1 charge. Peroxide is O2, and this whole thing has a charge of -2. So ammonium peroxide is going to give us NH4. So we're going to have NH4. Remember, we need to get to 0, so we're going to need another one of those ammoniums. We're going to have 2 of them. +1 + 1 -2 is 0. So we have 2 of the ammoniums, and then we're going to have that peroxide. We have 1 of those peroxides. And since we only have 1 of these peroxides, we can take away the parentheses, and we're going to get NH42, and now we're going to have an O2. And once again, don't think that you can reduce here, because this peroxide, this is a polyatomic ion. So you have to keep that. NH42O2. So that one was a tricky one too. You needed to make sure that you know your polyatomic ions and know you can't break those up and reduce. All right, last one. Write the chemical formula for ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium, NH4, +1 charge, this whole thing, +1. Hydroxide is OH, and that whole thing is a -1 charge. +1 - 1 is 0. The formula becomes NH4OH. I hope those worked out well for you. If you need additional help, please consider sending us a support ticket through our homework help service. Enjoy your evening.